Hey guys, Carrie50 here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Complete Selection Modification Gai Belt Movie Edition. This is an upgraded version of the Deluxe Gai Belt Movie Edition from Master Gai, which is named such because it's mainly used by writers and forms that were prominently featured in some of the Gai movies. Of course, being CSM, has improved molding, lights and sounds, as well as add features, including the addition of a new rider not present in the original version. This includes several things: the belt itself with a belt stopper, 3 buckles, a rider pass, the master pass, and 8 rider tickets. So, let's get started! First, we'll look at the belt and buckles and compare them to the original. So here we have the Gai Belt Movie Edition, which is the same basic mold as the CSM Gai Belt and new Gai Belt, but simplifies it down to this metallic gunmetal color, or this kind of very dark gray, with the only physical difference being that the 4 colored buttons are now replaced with this one single button done up in silver. And the design does match the original, but the molding is very much completely different. It does have a lot of the same details, including the ring on top, of course. They changed the power switch from being on top to being on the back in a similar fashion to the CSM Gai Belt. Then you have the buckles. First up is the wing form buckle, with the CSM version on the left and the deluxe on the right. For the deluxe version, it's a pretty bright and vibrant gold color. You can see that it's a very light tinting of blue. It's become much deeper for the CSM version. The little end of the train track symbol here in the middle has been enlarged, as well as having the sort of beak part in the middle be more pronounced. They still kept a kind of rough texture, but they did change up the texture from the original, as well as changing the design of the kind of town marks down below the main circle. And for both, attaching the buckle is as simple as just placing it on the front of the belt. And for both, they make use of the indent in the button so that the wing can kind of overlap it. Next one we have is the GAOH buckle. Now this is the one that has definitely more prominent changes, as you can very much tell. Both of them are primarily silver, but the rest of the colors definitely change up quite a lot. For the deluxe version, the secondary color was this kind of metallic orange, with some brown in the middle, and the rest of it was actually clear. However, to make it more accurate, in the CSM version, they changed the metallic orange to metallic brown, turned the clear plastic from just kind of plain clear to clear red, and then changed the brown to a bit of gray and black. And for these ones as well, it's as simple as switching out the buckles just like that. Another bit of detail that they changed is that for some reason on the original there was this bit of a tooth that jutted out and to the back, which was completely removed from the CSM version, meaning it may have been something that they designed at Bandai that did not kind of make it into the on-screen version of the prop or of the belt. Then the one buckle that is exclusive to this set is the Yuki buckle, which is simply a recolored version of the GAOH buckle, but with the silver replaced with gold, the metallic brown replaced with silver, and while keeping the clear red, the gray and black center markings have been changed to completely black. And this one can be equipped in the same way as with the others. Next, we'll compare the passes to their original versions and look at the included rider tickets. So first we have the basic rider passes, and this one is the same as the one used for the CSM Gai Belt and new Gai Belt, which is roughly the same size as the original deluxe version, but they did smooth out the design instead of having it be this rough textured look. They did change inside, so that it actually has a bit more of a metallic sheen to it. A much more reflective design for the inside, which is definitely easier to tell when you open them up. You can see that this is flat, whereas for this they have some metallic silver bits. And of course the big design change in terms of the basic molding is how instead of having these clips that would connect in, instead it just uses this friction joint so it can close up and open up. Then we have the Master Passes. Now this one is included with the set, but for the original Master Pass it was included with a special rider ticket binder as well as some rider tickets, which I did review on the channel years back. Again, they did change up the molding in about the same ways as with the rider pass, though there is less difference here because the original one already had metallic gold for the inside kind of card, which is retained on the CSM version. The one thing that is a bother to me, and this is something I really did wish that they would have changed, is the coloration. When I reviewed this originally, my big problem with it was that for the color, they chose this kind of unsightly greenish gold color, which I always felt was inaccurate to what was seen on screen. For some reason, they retained it for the CSM version, and I just can't help but feel like this is the wrong color, and it just doesn't look right to me. So I feel like this is just one of, maybe a bit of a nitpick, but this is just something I would say as a bit of a flaw to set, which I really wish they could have corrected. But it does function how it needs to, which is, just for the sake of scanning and activating the belt. Then we have the rider tickets, which are mostly related to the movies which feature these riders. There is one that's a bit of an oddity. So the first one is the C ticket, the Imagine that possesses Ryotaro to become winged form. Then we have the Futaro's ticket, a rather recent Imagine who was created for Kamen Rider Heisei Generations Forever. So I guess I kind of wanted to include this since it is related to the movies and is a rider ticket that was created. Then you have a blank GAOH ticket, the Den-O platform GAOH ticket, and then the GAOH ticket, as well as a blank Yuki ticket with a date on it, and the Infinity ticket. And so for these, just like with any rider pass, you just push in the ticket and then use this notch to slide in all the way. And you can close out the passes afterwards. With the details and comparisons out of the way, next we'll get to the functionality. So we'll start by using it for wing form. Carry on to the back, you have the power switch and Imagine mode switch, or kind of voice mode switch, so we'll switch that on. And switch on the belt, which gives us the same confirmation or switch on sound as the Den-O belt. And by default it's set to be the wing buckle, so we'll attach the wing buckle parts to complete it. It also has a BGM button here on the bottom, which has 6 songs in it. Basically 2 for each rider. First one is Advent Wing Form. Second one is Double Action Wing Form. Then GAOH transformation. Double action GAOH form. The theme for Yuki skull form. And the theme for Yuki HIJACK form. Additionally, both the transformations and voices are used by the button on the front. So, pressing it by default with the belt attached will give you phrases from Sieg, the wing form Imagine. And because there aren't too many, I'll get to the phrases later. There are also some sounds you get by pressing and holding the button. An Imagine possession sound. And depossession sound. And so we'll just basically switch between those two. For the transformation, you just clip in the belt and then scan the pass. And then we get the transformation into Den-O wing form. Unfortunately, because of the more prominent ridge here, it does mean that you have to have the pass very close to the buckle in order for it to properly scan. After transformation, there are 3 phrases that you can get from it. And then you can scan the pass for a full charge. For wing form special attack, Royal Smash. If we disconnect the belt, we'll undo the transformation. We also make use of a couple of special transformations, in which we can also kind of make use of the ability to set on songs. So it uses the same kind of tone system as with the other CSM Den-O belts. So in order to do the first transformation, or first special transformation, which is more accurate to the movie, first we'll connect the belt, then press and hold the transformation button, then do the same thing again. And there we get the proper transmission from wing form's battle scene in Den-O the movie I Am Born. And we can do it again, but with the other BGM. Also, we press this during the standby. This basically reflects the changes between the theatrical cut and director's cut versions of the movie. The other special transformation involves actually using the voice lines and basically saying it to the 22nd voice line pre-transformation. We'll leave that one. We'll connect the belt again. Lastly, for a reappearance of wing form later on. And you can tell that there was a little bit of a shorter pause, or just less of a time between the connection of the belt and the standby starting. Next, we'll change the wing buckle into the GAOH belt, which of course is as simple as taking off the buckle and then putting on the new one. You get that confirmation sound. And there are some sounds that I can make outside the belt. First, we have a rider pass scanning sound. The GAOH liner summoning sound. And the GAOH belt appearance sound. Then you can connect the belt. Let's do that again. And in an accurate point in the movie, unlike with the wing buckle, it doesn't start the transformation standby automatically. So, you press the button. And then we have the transformation into Masked Rider GAOH. Now for this one, there are also some phrases, though a few more than for wing form. In this case, there are 10. So we'll go over those one by one.
時をさまよってろ。バカの揃い踏みだな。いいぜ。全員俺が食ってやる。俺は全然だ。もっと楽しませられないのか。そんなんじゃ食い足りないな。負けじゃない。死だ。すまん。お前たちも時とともに消えてしまえ。あれ、そういうの往生際が悪いって言うんだが、知ってるか？これが本当のクライマックスってやつだ。うんざりなんだよ。こんな時間も全部時間に食われるのは俺の方か。
Then we can scan the pass again for a full charge. To activate GAOH's special attack, Tyrant Crash. And as you can hear, the charging sounds were kind of a corrupted, darker version of those from the Gai Belt, which is a nice touch. Additionally, there are actually two ways to deactivate the transformation. One is by holding the button. And the other, of course, is by detaching the belt. Though as a nice touch, if you deactivate already, then it kind of just does the unclipping sound. Additionally, there is the BGM integration as well as special transformation. You can set it to number 3. And again, we'll just press and hold the button. We'll do that again. Let's set it to the 4th song. And again, this reflects the changes between the theatrical and director's cuts of the movie. Then we'll change it from the Gai Belt to the Yuki Belt. And again, it's as simple as detaching the belt, the buckle, and changing on the new one. There is actually something I want to show that's kind of cool about this, which is what happens when you connect it in, and how it affects the lights. If you take a look at the top, it starts out as a white light to make it look a little bit paler. Then it has this red light for the sake of the transformation, and that's something that's going to come and play with the Yuki belt as well. Just gonna properly attach it. There we go. So here we have the Yuki belt. Obviously just a recolor of the Gao belt. Now there are actually two modes for this belt, for skull form and hijack form. By default it's set to skull form if you press and hold the transformation button.
Hijack form.
And now it's hijack form, and you switch it back by pressing the button again.
Skull form.
Now, outside of transformation, pressing the button will give you sounds from the ghost Imagine, who possesses real power to become Yuki skull form. And for hijack form, because they were unable to get the voice, or rather the actor, for hijack form to record any lines, instead they just have some sound effects. Versus the ghost train summoning sound, as well as the Yuki belt summoning sound for hijack form. So we'll then get to the transformation. First into Yuki skull form. Then we have the transformation into Master Rider Yuki skull form. And there are some phrases that come after this. So for skull form, there are actually 17 phrases after transformation. So then we activate the full charge. For skull form's finisher, terminate flash. Of course, we can disconnect the belt. And activate a special transformation along with the BGM integration. So, same as before, we'll connect the belt, press and hold the button, and then press and hold it again. This actually gets a direct transformation going. Though yes, technically the BGM is more used with the proper transformation. And if you noticed, you might notice that when it starts out the transformation, it actually has a yellow light to make it a little brighter, and then it transitions into the red light.
死ねば一緒だし。
Then we'll switch it over to hijack form.
HIJACK form.
And so the transformation is the same process. Then we have the transformation into Yuki hijack form. And the full charge. And that activates hijack form's, as far as I know, unnamed finisher attack. And we actually have that detransformation, which is the one that was played after he was defeated. But, despite not having any voice lines, there is a switch transformation for hijack form. So also make use of the BGM. Press and hold the button. Finally, we'll get to some of the voice lines outside of transformation. And for the sake of brevity, I'll just be doing 5 for each different belt and for each different person who has voice lines. Which is also convenient because for Yuki skull form, the Ghost Imagine only has 5 voice lines outside of the transformation. So first, the 5 from Sieg. Or rather, the guy has a memory of this, so let's just start from the beginning. Let's just go. Here are 5 phrases from him. And then for Ghost Imagine. There we go. And there we go. Overall, this is another belt where the designers clearly put a lot of effort into it. It definitely did improve the molding and the lights and sounds, as well as including the necessary parts as well as passes and tickets to very well recreate the different scenes from the movies. And definitely, I think I have to, definitely give them praise for their efforts in scene recreations, with not only the different sound effects for those different scenes, but also having the properly timed BGMs to match them. And again, I especially do praise them for playing the ballad songs that were used in both the theatrical cuts and both the theatrical and director's cuts of the first Den-O movie, as they did used to make director's cuts of Kamen Rider movies where there were changes between the two, and so that definitely does show that they were really paying attention and really did plan this out quite well. And it is nice to finally be able to have the Gai Belt, since that was not originally released because they didn't really make much of any toys for the Den-O series once the TV show ended. This also is now the final Den-O series CSM belt, so every possible rider and belt has now been made into the CSM form. And I do actually have the CSM new Den-O belt, which is the first one released. I just haven't reviewed it yet, and I will try to get to that sometime this year, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Just so I can essentially kind of catch up with the rest of it. But on the whole, this is definitely a belt I can recommend for people who are fans of these movies or for fans of these riders/forms. Next time I'll be heading back to Revice and be reviewing the deluxe Neobata Vice stamp. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.